Hi, this is Dave here at Moonride. Today we're going to check out some really important information. We're going to find out what Spirit has to tell us about the FBI investigation that is presently going on with Kavanaugh. So we're going to ask question, what's in the investigation? Like, what do they find? And also, is it a sincere investigation? Are they really doing this job, or are they just pretending? All right, maybe another question will come up. Let's see what Man in the Moon has to say. So, okay. So, Spirit, what about Brad Kavanaugh and the FBI investigation? What will it reveal? Ooh, it's going to reveal a lot of different things. I'm seeing like in a circle, like a bunch of different things, like one thing after another, after another, after another. And what is that? Is that I keep seeing a heart, so I'm wondering if there's like some kind of relationships or something like that that are going to be revealed that we don't know about yet. Okay, I'm seeing one of the characters, one of the women who is making the accusations now. She's the third woman. I can't remember her name right now. I can see her face. She's the third woman who said that she was drugged and sexually assaulted by these guys. So she's saying, first of all, yes, that did happen. And I'm just kind of comforting her now because it's really awful. Yeah. So yes, that did happen. I'm so sorry that happened to you. And yes, it happened. Um, mm. So is the FBI questioning you? She says, "Yeah, I welcome them finally to question me. I'm standing here in my power, and I'm waiting for them to, question me. And they're showing up at my door, and I'm letting them in. And it's like funny because Kavanaugh's kind of in her house, but he's hiding in a corner. It's almost like he's always in her mind. He's always there, and this is the way to get him out. He's like hiding in a closet someplace, and I see the FBI coming up and finding him. So I think that her allegations, among the others, will reveal a good deal. Now, I don't think that third person's allegations are on FBI's radar. I think they're not supposed to ask questions about that one, but I think they're going to change their mind. The FBI guy's looking at me and he's saying, Trump might think that I am limited. He might think that he's going to tell me what I can look at, what I'm not supposed to look at, but that's not the reality. We're just not going to tell Donald when we go talk to her. We're just going to go talk to her because that's our job. How about that? And he's just saying, yeah, I'm a member of the FBI. You don't tell me, this is not, I don't do shams, right? I do the truth. That's what I was raised to do. And he's going in there and he sees, he finds Kavanaugh hiding in her closet and he's going to put him out to dry, right? And I want to say he, but there are FBI ladies too, and they're there and they're kind of backing her up, and they're like, "Yep, this third lady, she's the one with the curly hair. I just when I'm channeling, I can't remember names sometimes, but she says, "I got him, I got him." And I think she's the most significant case in all of it. She is the most proof. And she's got people. What about the Mark Judge guy? Do you have proof on him? Well, he doesn't come forward with the truth. He is maybe compelled to tell the truth, but she's pointing to others. There are others that were there. There are others that this happened to. There are others that Mark Judge and his troops drugged. There are other women who this happened to, and they may come forward. But once we start digging, they're going to find that this happened to a lot of women. And She's like, I'm going to be vindicated. You just wait and you'll know I'm going to be vindicated. She said, that guy, my mistake was to go to a party. She said those guys were the guys who are any other rapist. They lied and set a trap for me. I trusted them. I didn't believe that people of that class would do something like that. I thought they were better than that. I was wrong. I just took a drink, and the next thing I knew, these guys were on top of me, and I couldn't really move. And I was terrified, and I was terribly shamed by this event. She said this event, really did destroy my life. It was like a bomb in the middle of it, and now I have to build it back up. I think this particular, is it Lisette or something like that? I think this particular lady is going to really give it to them, and it's about time for her to get her justice. And she is just showing me this. Okay, in other images I saw Kavanaugh with sort of blood red cross. She's holding a cross up that's really beautiful, and it's really beautiful. And she's like, this is the true cross, right? This is where you really, you face your maker now. And she's like, now this time I have the power. This time I'm wielding this cross. This time I am the righteous one. And I have a message, and that's, I have a journey, and the journey is to tell the truth, and I'm going to do it. She's being spied on right now. Certain people are watching her. She's becoming a little aware that she's being spied on. And not by people who are just reporters. She's being watched by people who are more vindictive and would love to get a photograph of her doing something wrong. They aren't going to harm her, but they're certainly looking for harmful material on her. And she says, well, they won't get away with that. I think this is the lady being represented by Avenatti. Because Avenatti's showing up, and he's saying, Avenatti's kind of saying, well, hey, have I been wrong before? Did you think I was a dum-dum? Guess what? I already nailed Trump a bunch of times, and I'm going to do it again, and I feel great about that. These two are actually working together pretty well. I do feel like he really is there as a partner with this lady. I don't have a bad feeling about Avenatti using her at all. I think that he really is a partner. He may have some own ambitions of his own, but that's just that. So what? Is there anything else the FBI will uncover about Kavanaugh? I'm getting some kind of addiction. There's some addiction involved in him, and it shows up for me as he's smoking a cigarette, but I don't think it's a cigarette. I don't think he smokes marijuana either. I think that there's some addiction that he's hiding, because he kind of sneaks back like this. There's some addiction that he's hiding, and it might be financial, that they're going to take a look at, and they're going to start to ask questions about, right? Yeah, I think it has to do with some kind of gambling too. Um, Not sure where else, but that I can see him at a big roulette table, taking a gamble. And I mean, it might just be he gambles psychologically in a sense that he gambles and risks a lot. That is part of his personality, just generally. But it's also, I think he's literally is losing money to gambling. And I think one of the things that has put his wife onto his scent is the fact that they never have any money. And he's always gone at these random hours, and then he comes back and we're broke. And she's like, I just keep putting up with it, but I'm noticing this. And these kind of patterns of deception with me lead me to believe that there's deception with others, including around this lady. And she's very skeptical now of her husband. This is Kavanaugh. And this is to her credit. Anything else about Kavanaugh that will be uncovered? Yeah, he's got a flagpole and he keeps wrapping himself in the flag. Um, but the flag is like a weapon, like the flagpole is like a weapon. Is this having to do, Spirit, with something that's discovered about him? Okay. There's some other more subtle things that will be discovered having to do with his uh, integrity. That is, he's showing up as this American person, I'm so American and stuff, but there's something that he did wrong just in terms of just general America. Like the flag has become small and it has become his possession. There's some other thing that he's done that is very unethical regarding his position in power with the United States, and they're going to find that out, and it's going to be more obvious, and it's going to be connected, I think, to the FBI investigation that they're going to find this out. So, Spirit, what about FBI investigation? Is that going to be adequate? I mean, are they going to try to keep things concealed? These FBI guys, they're like, we know how this game is played. Sure, maybe Trump thinks that we're all going to be like little Putin agents, and we're just going to work for the master like a bunch of Kremlin lackeys. But he's like, we are not Kremlin lackeys, and we don't do that. Don't imagine that we follow the bidding of this guy. Among other things, we don't have much love for Trump. He's a crook, and we already knew he's a crook. So when he goes and tells us, oh, you can only look at this, this, and that, pretty much that tells us we need to look at this, this, and that. Okay. So we kind of have one person that's doing what he says and two people who are doing other more investigating exactly the things that he told us not to investigate. That's how the FBI works. And we are not told what to do. We are an independent body. So, and our job is to find the truth, period. I don't care what political persuasion you are. Our job is to find the truth, and that is what we do. And the reputation of our department and our integrity is not for sale. I don't care who is the president. We will find that out. So let me ask you again. It's interesting because this FBI team does seem to have women on it as well as men. I would almost say that there's one man, two women, maybe two men and a woman, but there's a more like a kind of egalitarian balance, and they're all on the same page, and they're all working towards justice, and they respect one another, so they would never do something unethical in front of each other because they respect one another, and they wouldn't do something unethical anyway. But like, look, we don't make a lot of money. The one thing that we get out of this is the feeling that we are living our integrity and we are making a difference. And helping people, American people, save lives. So do not suppose that we are unprepared for this. It says we'll look in places he doesn't expect, and we'll find what we need. Let me ask you guys again, are you going to find what we need? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're all giving me the thumbs up, and they're all telling me we'll find that stuff. If it's there, we'll find that stuff in a week. It's funny because there's three people in particular. I wonder if there's three different things that they're going to find. They're kind of nodding about this. So I wonder if these are just representatives from the FBI. There's a number of people doing it. All right, FBI people, what do you think? Do you think that he did it? Do you think that he sexually assaulted her? Yep, they all think that he did it, and they're all just revolted. They're all just, some of these people are fairly conservative people. They don't just believe an accusation. They research that, and they're just like shaking their heads like, look, there's just no way that this guy didn't do it. Everything that he said isn't true. This guy's a liar. He's like a textbook example of this type of person that we meet all the time, right? That projects this, real moral superiority. They're like, it's always those guys who project this moral high ground, being superior to everyone, and coming off with these ridiculous sort of political cliches. They're like, that is like textbook stuff. That's a textbook for a guy who's doing stuff that he wants to hide. And we know that we weren't born yesterday, and we don't believe he's telling the truth. We really don't believe it. They're shaking their heads. So like, there ain't nothing there. There ain't nothing that looks like truth there out of his mouth. And are the American people going to be convinced? They're saying, yeah, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Yeah, can you tell me anything more about it? Yeah, but they're like, there's almost like so much to tell. We could go on all night. You'll see these three things, at least these three things will come up, and they'll come up big time, and they will really show you who he is, and will they prevent his nomination? He won't get nominated. He won't, sorry, he won't pass nomination. He will not go to the Supreme Court. Even for a short time, nope, he will not go to the Supreme Court. Okay, well, then what's going to happen to Kavanaugh? Yeah, he will be judged. He will be judged. Will he be impeached from his present position at the court? Okay, I'm seeing a Senator Whitehouse hitting a gavel. Is he going to get arrested? I see him getting arrested. It's not just that he loses his job on the court. He's broken. I think that it has been revealed that he has broken some laws. I believe along the same lines of sexual assault. He's being put in cuffs, and he's being led out of this chamber. All right, what is he guilty of? What did he do? Perjury. I mean, it's just perjury is the first word that comes to me. I see him in jail. He perjured himself. He lied to the senators. They're not happy. You know, you don't get to stand in front of the senators and lie like that and get away with it. That's perjury. And how dare you? You know, essentially that's what they're showing up with. How dare you lie to us? This is just a great example of another version of Donald Trump. You think you can lie to us and get away with it? Well, you know what? We are the Senate, and you don't get to do that. We represent the American people, and we're not going to let you do that. How quickly is this going to happen? Pretty quickly. Hmm. Is it going to happen that soon? Okay, sometime after Christmas. Christmas seems significant. I think the charges are building around Christmas. Yeah, behind bars. I think his wife will leave him. Worst case scenario for him. Maybe not the worst case. He'll still have some relationship with his daughters. When he gets out of jail, he will go to jail, as far as I can tell. And it might be for something like 5 years, 3 to 5 years. So he has done something serious that has made people very angry at him. The daughters will still be in relationship with him, but his wife will basically be finished with him. She has been totally deceived. And she really did believe him. It wasn't like she was pretending. She really did think that he was the person that he pretended to be. There were a few nagging clues, though, that she's realizing she was made a bit of a fool of, because she should have noticed some things, but she was trying not to. You know, she was just looking the other way and pretending she didn't see these things, which is why she can't be with him anymore. She's like, I can never trust you again. You lied to me about everything, every step of the way. It was all based on a fabrication, and that's not what I signed up for. All All right. Anything else that we need to know about Kavanaugh? No. Okay. Yeah. He won't get away with this. This is it. Right. He will. We will we know in a few days? Yes. We will have a good idea in 5 days or so, but it won't stop there. It'll keep going and keep going and keep going. It will not stop there in 5 days. Is it going to be? I will ask one more time. Is it going to be confirmed? No. I'm getting a big no. All right. Thanks so much for watching.